I almost said a happy Friday, freaking my dreams. In my dreams. But here we go. We have motivation for the week. This is all jacked up. We have motivation for the week because if you're happy and you know it, just kidding. If you're lucky and you know it, clap your hands. Then you have a 3-day weekend coming up for the holiday. So I hope so that you do. But if you don't, just know that I understand your pain. Okay. Tonight, I try to be cool. Tonight, it's going to be so lit. I said the word vibe last night, and my kid was like, vibe? What the freaking era are you from? And then he made some comment about how it must suck to be in your 40s. And I was like, dude, you have no idea. Like, this is the best time of my life. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, my 20-year-old loves to harass me, which is really funny because last night he makes the comment of, says to Dave, she's so fun to harass because you just get so much out of her. And I was like, says the kid who's identical to his mom when it comes to that kind of stuff. So we have some good banter going on. Hello. Good morning, Lisa. So tonight we are going to do Monday Soul Deliciousness at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're going to talk about weight. We're going to talk about the real reason behind why we struggle so much with weight and why you fail every time you try a diet. So you should hop on for that. Even if you don't need to lose any weight, it's still really beneficial because you can apply it to all kinds of things. Addictions, weight, maybe there's just some habit that you have that you can't stop doing, whatever that is. We're going to go there. Then what else do I have to say? Yes, don't forget, because I don't want some of you to be like, she died. No, this is the last week that I'm going to go live in the morning. Oh, everyone cry. So just with Tayson getting older and things going on, I'm going to start going into work earlier. And so as much as I love you, I don't want to, Reed, just because now I'm not going to be on in the mornings anymore. I really just don't want to start going live at 5 a.m. So I'm going to go live in the evening. I haven't yet committed to a time. I haven't rightly figured out what exactly that looks like yet. But, we'll flow with it. That's how I like to do it. Okay. So super fun. I want to talk about being a parent real quick for today. So first of all, please don't beat yourself up when your kids do things to you that make you feel bad, because I often have people message me and they're like, my kid's doing this and it makes me feel like crap. Well, this is what you got to know. Kids are super cute and they're really fun and cuddly when they're little, and they're really cute. Like puppies are really cute, right? And then they get a little older and then sometimes they're not as cute as they were when they were super little babies. That's just the reality of it. So sometimes they do things that make us feel really bad because there becomes a point where your child goes from the cute, cuddly, lovable kid to the I don't want anything to do with you. Now, some of you are like, oh, no, my kids aren't like that. They still love me. Good. You know what? Congratulations. I almost want to call you Karen, but not really. So congratulations. Like, I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy for you that you have that beautiful whatever. But you know what? The real, freaking reality of it is most of us probably don't live in that boat. I remember my mom laughing at me because I made a comment that, so I have a brother that's 3 years older than my oldest kid. I know, crazy, right? So I'm 17 years older than my brother, and my son is 3 years younger than my brother. I remember my brother kind of getting into a little bit of trouble, my mom and I having a conversation about kids, and I was like, oh, my son will never do anything like that because he's just so passionate and so loving and so mild. And yeah, so no, that didn't really happen. I remember my mom laughing at me and she's like, okay. And I was like, what? No, Your cute little lovable innocent children can grow up to be terrorizing, mentally terrorizing to your soul. So is what I want to tell you is, here's the thing. It works pretty cyclic. So you just have to survive it. Survive it. Be the kindest mom that you can be. Don't forget to love your kids. They're going to make decisions that are going to piss you off. You're going to be like super disappointed. Some of us, I'm one of those that I'm just like, please, for the love, just graduate from high school. Okay, please just go to school and graduate, right? That's all. That's some of you are like, oh, I have these great aspirations for my kids. I want them to go to college and become doctors. I'm like, please just freaking graduate from high school. That's all I want. That's my expectations of my kids. That's just the world I live in. So if your children do something to you that make you feel like a loser parent, just know that you're not alone. And that's just kind of how they start acting at some point. Now, usually, this is how it goes. They're really cute and little and they love you and cuddle you and they need you. Then they reach a stage where they get their independence and they're like, I don't want anything to do with you. You don't know anything. You're dumb. Okay. That's where you're just like, okay, sit back and watch some Netflix. Let your kid do that. They can hate you. It's great. Okay. Just still love them. Be kind. Just how they are. Okay. And then at some point, and I think that this happens probably a little earlier for girls than boys. At some point, then when they get a little older, I haven't reached that spot yet, so I'm not really sure, but I see it happen for other people, so I'm really hopeful. Then they get to a spot where they start to need you and love you again. I mean, it might be when they're 30, but hey, let's all have hope. Okay, so really, I'm going to tell you something super funny. So Jason has this picture, and it is his. So this is a funny. If you have a 5-year-old, this is a fun activity to do today. So Jason has this picture. It's of all the kids in his class. Okay, so I get it out, and I just am like showing it to him, and I'm not directing this conversation, so I'm just letting him talk. And he goes through and he starts telling me the names of the kids, right? And it's super cute because as he tells me the names of each of the kids, he has something to say about some of them. So apparently, and if you're the mother of this kid, you need to do something. But he's like, this kid is a bully. He's really mean. He hit me in the head so hard one day. It was so hard. And I was like, oh, man. And then Jason keeps going on. And then he shows me this other little girl. And he's like, Mom, she has a lot of hair on her arms. And I was like, oh, okay. So it just made me laugh to have him go through each of the kids and like the little stories that he has about each of them from school. And I don't know, kids are hilarious. So sometimes one of my favorite things to do, and you have to get down on your kids' level. And I don't mean mentally by this, I mean actually physically. If you really want to have a good conversation with your younger children, do not stand up at your height and look down at them and talk. If you really want them to talk to you, get down on their level. So sit on the floor with them, kneel down and talk to them, get eye to eye with them, and your conversation will be completely different than it is when you're standing up looking down at them. Try it. If you have grandkids, if you have little kids, just do it. It's really amazing. And then go overly emotional about how interested you are in what they're talking about. And they will tell you the most hilarious things. It's one of my favorite connections with Jason is to just get down and be like, yo, buddy, tell me what's going on in your little head. And the things the kids think about is just hilarious. Like we were listening to the radio the other day when we were driving and they said something about winning the lottery. So we were like, Jason, what would you do if you won the lottery? He's buying a Lambo and a Bugatti. And so then Dave in a GTR. And so Dave's like, I think that's what it's called. Dave's like, buddy, can I buy one of those too? And he's like, no, only I can. And then Dave's like, well, can your mom have a fun car? And Jason says, girls don't like fast cars, Dad. And I was like, what? Girls don't like fast cars? And I'm like, my kid probably thinks girls like trucks because that's just what I have. So I was like, okay, but kids are hilarious. Okay, guys. So that's what we have going on. We're gonna talk about weight loss tonight. Then I'll show you my socks that I'm wearing. So yeah, change is coming. I just don't want you to think that I've disappeared next week when I'm not popping on here in the morning. It's just gonna be too early for me, I think. Okay. So these socks are fun because they're, they're like ultimately the weather here right now. If it's the same for you, I like to call this month May because it may be hot, it may be cold, it may be rainy, it may be sunny, it may actually snow. But here we go. So I'm wearing these cool socks. They're little rain clouds, and some of them are raining, some of them are storming, some of them have rainbows, but ultimately they're all smiling. So cute. I got to post some videos that Dave has on his phone. He started watching videos in my office the other day, and I was like, what is this video? And he has some hilarious videos of Tayson, and I'm super like, dude, that we have a social media platform. Why are you not sharing in this? But anyways, that just reminded me because Dave also has this really cool image. So he played it for me, and I'm like, what is this? And good morning, Becky. And it was black. It was just a black screen. And I'm like, you videotaped nothing. And then suddenly there's like this big thing of lightning, and then the screen goes black again. It's so cool. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, let's do something really cool. I'm going to show you something. Okay. Because you're on here, even if you watch this later, it's going to apply to you. I'm going to show you. It's so beautiful. Okay. We're going to do this together. Just so you know, if you're one of my clients, I do this every morning. It's something that I started doing. Oh, my computer is like having problems. I need to do a total clean reset or something. It's so bogged down. It probably has something to do with the thousands of windows that I keep open at a time, and it doesn't like it. And so, no, I don't even know what that means. No, just cooperate. Okay, here we go. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to breathe. And here we go. I'm not even joking when I tell you, just imagine. Imagine pulling in beautiful energy from around you. Now, for everybody, this is a different color. Okay, so mine right now today wants to be really bright white. Okay, so feel it. Just think and resonate to yourself. Like, what color am I picking up? So beautiful, bright white energy. We're going to place you into full alignment with the laws of universal energy to allow you to have an abundant day. We're going to breathe in all this beautiful. We're going to vibrate at this higher vibrational level. Anything that's holding us back, anything that's binding us, we're going to send it out through our toes, and we're going to allow the universe to take it back and send it back to where it belongs. That's called karma. Feel it, breathe it, relax it. You're going to have a beautiful day. And then do it. Don't be the victim. Okay, guys. Yellow, Becky, love it. Okay. You guys, love you, and see you tonight. We'll be talking about weight. It's going to be great.